Hello there, everyone. This is like the fifth fucking time I've tried to record this video because Streamlabs decided to shit the fucking bed. But anyway, I want to talk about a show that I just started watching a couple hours ago, and mainly because I heard it was such a fucking dumpster fire that I was like, I gotta watch this. The show I'm talking about is Fate, the Winx Tale. And who fucking boy is it something. Literally within the first 3 minutes, Sheep is eviscerated, but you don't see the evisceration, you just see the results of it. Then an old man is killed, the shepherd is killed. The introduction of the main character, or one of the main characters, Bloom, is basically her shitting her pants because she doesn't know where the fuck she's going, and fish out of water, and she's an American, and all the people around her are fucking British, basically. But they're all Fae, and one of the things that's like, what the fuck, was that when you're introduced to Bloom's parents, her mom and dad, Bloom's talking about how it's 5 girls in an enclosed space. We will go Lord of the Flies on each other. Her dad, I shit you not, her fucking dad corrects her, and fucking says it'd be Lady of the Flies, don't be sexist. I'm pretty sure that's the exact fucking verbiage he uses in the scene. And there was a screenshot I saw, and I'm just gonna read it, because who boy. I feel like I found where the screenshot came from, and this is just someone like, putting text over it. But getting as far as I fucking did into, like, seriously, getting into as far as I did into the first episode before I fucking bailed, because this is just fucking awful. Just awful. So, okay. That's screen cap. It says, don't you feminist with me. This basic bitch will break out her bullhorn. Now, I got to a scene where it's her and her mother. That's who's in this scene, I do believe. It's her and her mother. And Bloom calls her mom a basic bitch because her mom wants her to go out and do shit like, party and go out and do things, have fun. And Bloom just wants to be, Bloom. She wants to be just, she just wants to be herself. She's whatever. She doesn't want to go out and, she's being an introvert. And, she, oh, you want me to be a basic bitch, like, because she went to like a antique shop and flea market and shit like that. She's like, oh, you want me to be like a basic bitch? She actually does call her a basic bitch. She calls her mom a basic bitch, and then she's like blah blah blah. She's like trying to close the doors, like, oh, Bloom, I care about you, and blah blah. And the final thing Bloom says is like, it's really messed up, like how little you have going on that you give a shit about the minutia of my life. That's how the scene ends. But that screenshot could be real. It could just be from a later flashback in the series. Because I'm sure it's going to be like, there's going to be a party, and she goes to the party at the fucking, the Fae school, and shit blows up. Fucking. But seriously, watching this show it's painful. And I may not be the target demographic, but seriously, holy shit. Like, I have a pretty high tolerance for stupid. Like I liked Supernatural. Like I enjoyed what I watched of Chilling Adventures. I just stopped watching because we didn't have Netflix for a while, so I was just like I was watching it and then just stopped. I liked it, but this is just it's too try hard. It's trying too hard. And all of it's one of the articles I looked when I was looking up the cast of this show. One of the articles was literally like it took like fanfic tropes too far, and I can totally fucking see it. Like all the in the Winx cartoon, which like I was in high school, so like I seriously wasn't in the demographic of the original show. It's just so bad. It's so terrible. It, but like the original show was like bright colors and all this shit. None of that in this show. Like all muted, like fucking like no bright colors really. The main characters don't wear bright colors. They're muted. And just like I there's also like one of the problems I have with one of the characters, her name's Tara, she's the Earth Fae, is that she's literally like I'm not a big fan of like the female Chris Farley bit, like the Melissa McCarthy characters and like and uh, Rebel is it Rebel Williams, Rebel Phillips, whatever the fuck. Like I'm not a big fan of those characters where it's like, oh, I'm big and I'm goofy, blur. Like this character is kind of that. And it's like she doesn't have I don't know, she doesn't have confidence. And I'm sure that's gonna be like the character arc. It's like you need to have confidence. It's like just make a fucking character confident from the get go. Make a bigger character confident. There's so much more you can do with that shit than the same tired fucking trope. Like there's so much you can fucking do. So much more you can do with a confident, thick gal. But no, fucking. And seriously, like everybody else in the show, I'm pretty sure is fucking British, except for Bloom, who's an American. She's from California. And fucking just. It's just so. Ugh. It wouldn't have killed them to maybe make it like PG-13. Like they didn't need to go TVMA. They could have gone like PG-13. But like no, the fucking. Also weirdly, this could totally have been another property. Like this didn't have unless it gets really fucked up, like really crazy later in the series, where like things amp up and shit like that. Eh. There's a fucking Tinkerbell reference in the fucking like I don't know, it just seems like a dated reference. It's like Tinkerbell was like the '90s with like Peter Pan. It's like and like the fucking headmistress of the school's like, well, she's like I was. Bloom was like, I was expecting fucking wings, and like the headmistress was like, well, we had wings in before, but like we can't do it much anymore because it's hard and difficult. And then she's like, well, Tink was a wind fairy. It's like, was Tinkerbell fucking real in this world? Like, she also died that people didn't clap enough or whatever the fuck that was in that movie. this doesn't feel like Winx. It just feels like some generic bullshit. Weirdly, it has people involved from like the original cartoon, but it's like, how the fuck did they? Anyway, peace out, everybody. Have a wonderful fucking day.